Calvin going to slow it down. 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Calvin getting instructions from Wright State head coach Scott Nagy out near midcourt. 12 left on the shot clock. Calvin now making his move. Calvin, and he's going to be called for an offensive foul. Pushing off with that right hand. Whoa! Now Calvin's going to get a technical. Frustration as he pushed Ipsaro, and Ipsaro had said something, but you got to keep your composure. So the Raiders' leading scorer picks up 2 fouls on one play.
And take a look again. Trey Calvin doing a good job with the defender on his hip, that defender being Ipsaro. Trey Calvin already not happy with the call, but then you're right, Chris. You know, something was said. Look, he reached around. It wasn't Ipsaro. It was Mabrey.
It was Mabrey
who reached around and just kind of, you know, when you're irritated after a call and someone reaches in to slap the ball out of your hand. Obviously, Trey Calvin didn't appreciate that. Let him know about it. Unfortunately, though, a little unraveling right there, and that leads to another foul and potentially more points for the Redhawks coming up out of this little pause of the action.
Trey Calvin, you've known him now. He was his 5th year here at Wright State. He's somebody who doesn't lose his emotion. Never gets too high, never gets too low. And showing that frustration right there, that's the first time really I've seen him lose his cool like that. Maybe with a record of 4-6, it's your last year. You know, there's a sense of urgency, but you know, he's just going to have to, he's too important to lose. Just pick up 2 fouls there on that play. Mabrey, I don't know if he said anything to him or what.
So we saw right there, he just kind of pushed his arm up. I don't like that tech. Unless our warning was kind of unless there's been John throughout the game that we haven't picked up on, and there maybe a warning was given earlier. I don't like the quick trigger on that, but at the same time, you make it easy when you push away. And but yeah, like you said, Chris, you don't see that type of personality trait of his where he kind of loses his cool a little bit.
You'll get an explanation from one of our officials, Edwin Young, who's making his way over.
Setting dead ball contact on white 13 and red 13. All setting.
Okay, so from what I can hear, Justin's getting the explanation from Edwin Young. Go ahead, Justin, tell us what Edwin told.
So offsetting fouls, red and white gets called for the foul, and it'll be Miami of Ohio basketball, so there'll be no free throw shot. It'll just be possession for the Redhawks with 12.9 seconds remaining in the half, 43-39. They lead it over Wright State here.
Okay, so Calvin not with 2 fouls. He's got 1.
So I like that call. I like that both were kind of jawing a little bit, and I like that it wasn't just penalizing one over the other. So offsetting fouls, it will be Miami basketball, though, here. Big 12-point